Hello, sweaty car, Ricky and Isaan here. Just in town above the river at the moment. They're putting in these like erosion prevention walls. So further up there, it's like an actual pathway. You can cycle along it, you can walk along it, exercise along it. But it's going to go all the way through here, and it goes for kilometres up there. So it's actually brilliant for our town. It's going to be a nice little exercise spot at night. I'm looking forward to it. A few little things going on out here. Just literally 100 metres or so away from the little restaurant there. Grabbing lunch with mum. Just getting the usual. I think all my viewers now know I love my pad kaprao, so just getting a pad kaprao. Mum's getting a pad kaprao today too. I didn't order spicy or non-spicy, so I think the lady knows my mum doesn't want too much spice. Yeah, it's Friday today. I'm hoping I get this uploaded today, so it should be Friday when this is uploaded. And I want to talk about the future for myself and my twin daughters here in rural Thailand, because there still seems to be questions coming up and people doubting me and not necessarily taking a bite at the trolls, but we're going to discuss it a bit and what's going on with the house and the assets and all that. At least what I want to share, because obviously I'm not going to share everything, but just let you know everything's under control, and you know we're not getting shafted. My pants aren't down, as some people like to say. The Thai family's not kicking me out. The Thai family wants me to stay, so we'll have our lunch, then we'll go back home and we'll discuss what's going on with the house. We'll discuss, you know, the future that me and my daughters have here in rural Thailand, which is bright and it's going to be brilliant. How you going, Ma? Hey, you okay? How you going, Mum?
Yeah, good, yourself.
Good, I'm hungry. I'm ready for some food.
Yes, ready for a feed.
You're going to be going to, you're going to be leaving the country next week and going to Laos. Hopefully get back in and it's all good. You're looking forward to that, at least?
Yeah.
At least going up, we'll go up to Nong Khai, maybe stay a night in Nong Khai with the babies, and we'll have to take Luger as well, the dog, if we can find a dog hotel. But yeah, it should be nice. There'll be some nice things up in Nong Khai, like markets and that, and it's a nice little area, so yeah. Probably go up the day before, spend a night in the morning, send you across the border, and hopefully you get back all fine, and then yeah, we'll head back home. So it should be fun.
Interesting.
Yeah, all right, let's wait for lunch. There it is. That's one nice looking kaprao. You like your pad kaprao, Mum?
Yes.
All right. Get stuck into it and head back home and talk about the future. Just back at home now. Cold season is done. It is stinking hot again. Even in the mornings and at night, it's definitely not cold. We might get a bit of more of a cold season in January, I guess, when we're supposed to get it, or maybe around Christmas time. How you going, Doe? Hey? But yeah, what's been going on? Because I haven't been sharing a whole heap of what's been going on. We've been going to court and stuff with the assets. And I've had, you know, plenty of phalangs telling me how I'm going to lose it all and I've got no future here and I've got to get off my ass, even though like I haven't been uploading that much and I haven't been sitting on my ass. I've been doing stuff. I've been getting stuff done. Making sure I can support my babies, so don't stress. I'm not sitting on my ass, probably like the guy who commented that in Pattaya, I'd imagine. So went to court about the house and the car because we've got to get the assets released from the wife's name, obviously, as we were married here in Thailand. And whether or not some of these phalangs like it or not, it's been ruled through Thai law that I'm entitled to the land and the car. But I'm being fair, I'm being reasonable with the Thai family because they're my family as well. So I mean, the car will get sorted at Toyota, no problems. And it'll get put into my name. That's going to take a bit of time just because it's Thailand, you know. But I mean, no stress about that. The house is essentially, the house and land is under my control. But obviously, where some of these phalangs are probably licking their lips. Obviously, I can't own land in Thailand, and that's fair. But that doesn't mean my babies can't. So what we're going to do is, and I'm also being really fair with the Thai family as well, because you know they're my family too. They want me to stay here. Especially Yai, the grandmother, she wants me to stay here and I want to stay here too, and I want them to be part of Lily and Daisy's life as well. And Yai really cares about me as well, so I view her as like another mum. But with the land here, with the house, I'll be putting it in my babies' names, because they're so young, you need like a guarantor, you need like a manager who's in charge of it. And they'll be Yai. And then on top of that, just in case, between the time where the babies are old enough, something may happen to Yai and then I've got to go through a process again, we'll also lease the house to me for 30 years. So everything will be safe for 30 years. And then, I mean, by the time, I'm 29, by the time the babies are 30, I'm not even 30 yet, they'll be in control of the land, I guess. And who knows where we'll be at in life. Who knows where we'll be in life at that stage and whether or not we even want to be here. We might not be here in 5 years. We don't know what could happen. We could live anywhere in Thailand. We could go to Australia. Now with the house at the back here, what we're going to do is, which is really fair, and they made a good point, we're going to divide the land. So probably here at the veggie garden we'll get the land subdivided, and then they can put the back house in whatever name they want to. The good point they made with that is, you know, we don't know what could happen with me later on in life, and then, you know, I might die. There might be people involved in my life later on, we don't know, and it could make it difficult for the Thais to keep control of their land. So I think that's a very fair and valid point, because we don't know what the future holds, do we? So that's where we're at with the house and land. Yeah, and just a lot of people telling me I've got to get off my ass and support my babies, which I'm doing stuff. I'm not sitting around doing nothing. I don't know. I guess I upload, 2 or 3 videos a week, roughly 10, 12, 15 minutes long, and you think you know my whole life sometimes. It's not reasonable to share everything in your life. It may not be reasonable for me to share this about the property and all that, but it is what it is. The Thais and their support also, before people tell me I've got to support the Thai family, with Id's business, Id's cream business, which is very profitable, did very well. The Thais took over it, and it's not like I could really run it anyway unless I set it up, you know, as a proper business and hire staff and all that, but I don't really want to do it. So the Thais are running it themselves. If they do it correctly, but it is the younger people in the family, if they do it correctly, they can make it very profitable and set themselves up for life. Unfortunately, yeah, it's not going too well. I can already see where they're going wrong. I've given them my advice. I told them you need to do this, you need to do that, but I think they're just happy doing the bare minimum, unfortunately. And then now it's sort of, you know, on a downward slope, but yeah, I'm just, I guess, a relative to them. That's up to them what they want to do, and I guess their future in life there. Having a sleep with Yai. And baby Lily's over there doing Facebook Live for the business. So yeah, but the main thing, the house and land, it's all safe and under control, and the Thais are happy with what I'm doing, and they're happy with, you know, getting the land subdivided, so everyone's happy. And all these Westerners who tell me I'm going to get my pants pulled down here, it's not, I got told by one guy, it's not my land, it never was, and it'll be going back to the family and I'll have nowhere to be. Something like that. Anyway, he also wants to know what visa I'm on. If you go back and watch the old videos, you can see what visa I'm currently on and what visa I'll continue being on, but you're obviously just a troll who rocked up for one video. And then I like to think about the kids' education as well here in Thailand and growing up. It's fantastic growing up here. I wish I grew up here as a child. Education's brilliant. There's nothing wrong with the education. I don't know why so many Westerners get their nose screwed up about Thai education. I know someone who went to a school in Jaipur, now they got a university degree, they got a good job, they got another online job that's doing very well, and they're a very smart, educated person. But all these Westerners screw their nose up about Thai education. I don't get it. My babies will be fine. They'll go to private schooling when the time comes. Maybe elementary, primary schooling in the village here. And then when you start, I think there's a middle school and a high school in Thailand. When you start that, we'll send them to private schooling in Jaipur. And that's if I'm still living here. I might be living in Bangkok. I could be living anywhere. Who knows what the future holds now? I'd like to think I'll still be here, but we don't know. We don't know what could happen. Anything can happen in life. And that's what I've learned this year. Life's so unpredictable, and unfortunately stuff happens. I'll be coming up to 2 months since everything happened, so I might discuss a bit about that and just some of the thoughts and stuff that I go through every now and then. I think I'm almost suffering a bit of PTSD sometimes. The events reoccurring in my head, you know, calling my family in Australia. I get a bit of that every now and then. I just, yeah, coming home, and yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of I think it's a bit of PTSD. I don't want to offend any soldiers or anything if I'm using the wrong term there, but it's, yeah, just get these weird flashbacks. It's quite odd, but obviously, as you've seen, I'm doing quite well. I'm quite happy in life at the moment, and yeah, future's looking bright, and I'm looking forward to living out here with my babies and them having a great life. Because I mean, obviously, if you're watching me, you probably agree it's great out here in rural Thailand. Life is fantastic, and sure, they could go over to Australia, and everyone talks about, you know, what future do they have? What future do they have? If you get an education anywhere, you can still go to Australia later on if you're worried about what job you could get down the line. But yeah, I know I've got so many people supporting me and happy I'm staying here and everything. That small percentage who like to just tell me how I'm doomed to fail out here. I mean, if things get bad and I can't survive with my babies in 5-6 years time, there's no reason we can't go to Australia. There's no reason I couldn't leave the babies here with the Thai family, do a FIFO job, do the job I was doing before for 6 months, get a whole heap of money, start a business. There's endless opportunities. I'm looking at things right now going forward. I'm not just sitting on my ass playing Xbox every day, although Isaan Drew may disagree. I'm making the most of my opportunities. I'm making the most of life, because you've got to appreciate life. You've got to appreciate the present, because you don't know when it's going to end. And I don't want to be spending my life, and I don't want my babies spending their life or their childhood locked in that, it feels like you're locked away as a slave back in Australia. And I loved my job at first. I guess over time, as you climb the corporate ladder, and you get less and less satisfied, but you're making more money, and I don't know, it's just a weird feeling. You feel like a slave. I don't know what it is. And then the cost of living is crazy. Well, we've got so much opportunity here, and life's great. Sure, there's a bit of mud sometimes. I know people don't like living near mud, or I've got houses near my house, but when I lived in Australia, we lived in townhouses, so we had houses built right up against us, so heaps of land out here. How big's my front courtyard, for God's sakes? It's brilliant. The mini mart as well, I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna probably sell the fridges and freezer. It might be something I look at later on down the track as the babies get older. It's just too hard. Everyone will say, why don't you get Yai to run it, the grandmother, Thai grandmother, which is Yai. But she's getting old. She's old. She's not fully well. She's got stuff to do as well. It's too much to get her to run a mini mart for the whole day every day, So we'll possibly look at bringing that back. That little room at the front, there's a lot of opportunity there as well. I might even turn it into a cheap little gym in the meantime, because I know I used to love working out, like lifting weights and stuff, and it's just nothing out here for me. The closest gym's in Chayapur, and I don't want to travel 40 minutes just to go to a gym and 40 minutes back. So I'm gonna, kind of sad, but get rid of the mini mart. But let's just not forget, the power of the internet. I think a lot of the foreigners who have a go at me and whatnot about supporting my babies are a bit older, and they don't realise all the opportunities on the internet. And you should see the things the Thais are doing. Even the Thai family here, they've taken over the cream business, but it's not doing too well. But that's on them, and I've told them where they need to improve on that. But they're selling fish at the moment, so they're pumping out 50, 60 orders of fish a day. I don't know how it's going, because I know Id did it, and we had issues selling refrigerated or frozen fish across Thailand, and the time it gets there, it's no good. But they seem to be doing all right with it, so I hope they do well, and I'm encouraging them to do well. But hopefully they'll learn step by step, and they'll get there. And I'm not expecting them to help me out with the twins at all. That's all on me. I'll support my twins. I'm not worried about that. They're my girls. I'm their dad. But our future is bright. Our future is secured. And it's going to be a good life out here for me and my twins. Don't worry. Going to hit up a market tonight in Boyai. Great big festival on. So Mum loves that sort of thing. So I want to take Mum to a few places, because she's going to be going home soon. Keep her happy. And until then, just take care, and we'll see you next vlog. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See ya.